Okay, question 10. We've got some Python code here, and what I'd like you to do is copy the code that's here, which I put in the description of the video, so copy and paste that into programiz.com, which is a free Python compiler or free Python programming, or any other free Python compiler. So for some reason that this one isn't working, if you just Google online Python compiler, you'll find one that will work, and they should all be free. Once you've done that, try and run it, and you'll find it won't run. Correct the errors and get it to run, and make sure you test it. Okay, so get all that set up, have a go at it, pause the video now, get it set up, have a go at it, come back and have a look at the answers. Okay, so let's go through the answers now. It doesn't matter which order you've done the answers in. So we've got at the top here, this will be the first thing that you'll get as something that's not working anyway. We've got import time. That should be import, I-M-P-O-R-T, time. So that'll be your first error that you'll flag up, that it just won't recognize the name import. So that should be I-M-P-O-R-T. We've got our next error down here, so we haven't got the bracket closing this print statement. Okay, so that one should stand out fairly obviously. Then we've got another one down here, a little bit harder to spot, but if you read the error messages carefully, then you will be directed to the fact that player name's not recognized, and we have a look up here, that should be player name with a capital M. So remember, it's case sensitive, so variable names need to be written in exactly the same way as they've been created. So we have player name, capital P, capital N down there. Our next error down here is a little bit hard to spot because it's not actually going to stop the program running, but when you test it, and I did say make sure you test it, you'll notice that if you get it correct, you'll end up with a score of -1, because it's taken one away from your score. So we need to change that minus to a plus to give somebody a point when they get the question correct. And then the last one is down here. So inside this print statement, we actually got 3 separate things, or arguments as they're called. So we've got these 3 arguments that we want to print out. The first one is player name, and we separate each argument with a comma. So that's separated from the next argument, which is the string in quote marks your score is, by a comma. But if we notice here, we're actually printing out the variable value for score, and it's not separated from your score is. So there should be a comma there as well for our final error. Like I said, it doesn't matter which order you correct the errors in. Probably error 4 here would have been the last one that you found. Let's just pop the correct code up here just so you can refer back to it. So there's the errors 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the corrections for each line, which I've added. So hopefully that went well. You managed to find all or most of the errors. Let's stop this one and then on to the next question.